you guys are stuck on how to build your own website and what apps to use for that website, make sure you watch the end of the video for a step-by-step guide on how to do it properly. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? It is Campbell here and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is day 5 of the bootcamp series on how to start a clothing brand from scratch, how to sell at your first drop. I've been on a bit of a break as I went on holidays, as you guys seen, but we are back with how to make a website for you guys. So make sure you subscribe and like, and let's get into the video. Alright, first up, we got to turn the PC on.
AUX mode.
Alright guys, we just turned on the PC, but before we get into making the website, stuff like that, we're going to talk about the apps you need to use. So people give you options like Shopify, Wix, and even Canva, plenty more other websites. The first thing I went into was Wix because it was 100% free. There's obviously subscriptions you can use, but it ended up being way too confusing for me. I had to do it all on my own, so I ended up choosing Shopify, and here's why. When you first log into Shopify, it makes you choose your payment subscription, which I think like the first 3 months like $1, so it's pretty much nothing. And then after that, the lowest payment is like $50 a month, which if you're doing good with your business after 3 to 4 months, you should be fine with $50 a month subscription. But the main thing is when you log in, it gives you a legit step-by-step on how to create a website, your domain, set up products, and post out your website onto the actual Google URL, if that makes sense. First time I did it, I only did like 4 out of 10 steps. I think there's like 10 steps. I only did like 4 of them because I kept going on my phone. I was just distracted the whole time, having breaks and stuff. I gave up, thought it was the wrong thing. Went back to it a few weeks after, turned my phone off and literally just logged in, and it took me about an hour to do it. And it was so easy, teaches you so much stuff, even gives you an AI bot that tells you anything you don't know and that you need to end up knowing at the end. Alright guys, we are on the PC here, and let's just quickly search up Shopify, as we're going to be using Shopify. Choose my account. And guys, I'm not going to be showing you everything you have to do because it gives you a step-by-step on how to do it, so I can't really show you as it's already done, but I'm going to do my best to show you as much as I can today. What I'm going to show you guys is literally every section and what it means and how it works, stuff like that. And then at the end, we're going to design a website for static clothing. As you know, I made like a fake clothing brand kind of thing for you guys, so let's get into it. So first up guys, home, that basically tells you your whole year sales, whole month sales, all that, how much clicks on your website you've got, how much orders you got, stuff like that, which I'm not going to show you mine obviously. But under that we've got orders. This is all the orders you get, all their names, emails, numbers, all the information they've put in, the total price of it, and unfulfilled, fulfilled. And then go into products. This is where it shows you all your products. So we got my 6 products here. We've got how much it's got in the variants, how much in stock, stuff like that. The category, the channels it's on, and if it's active or not. And if you tap on it, you can edit all the information, photos, description, stuff like that on your product. And out of everything here, all I do is on the product section, so I don't really get into much of this, which you guys can in the future time as like gift cards and stuff like that. You don't really want to do at the start of your clothing brand. Alright guys, under that, this shows me all my customers, all the places where they live and stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to show that. The amount they spent, the orders they've done, and their emails and stuff like that. This just tells you how much you've got off the reels and ads you've posted, how much money you earned from all of that. Under that, whoa, what the hell? Under that, we got discounts. This is something I use quite a bit. As if you get early access, you get discounts and heaps more discounts I make for you guys. Alright guys, I don't really fiddle with all of these ones, so the next one up is this one. This bit here tells you your total sales over time, which I think it means in the last 2 days or something, obviously $0. But somehow I can change it to like the last year and stuff. I don't really know how to, but you can also do that in the home page. But what I go here, I go live. What I use here is live view the most. This tells me how much sessions I had today. So today we got in Bangladesh. I think I said it right. We got 1 session on the website, and we got Australia. And this tells you where exactly they've pressed, which I don't know where Bangladesh is. In Australia, we got it here. Tells you visitors, the total sales, and stuff like that, as you guys have seen in my videos as well. Alright guys, before we get into the designing of the website, if you go to the top right and tap here, this is where it shows you the AI bot that literally tells you anything about anything you need to know that you're stuck with and that Google doesn't really help you with. This will tell you in seconds, so it's very helpful to use. Let's get into the theme design. Wait, no. let's get into designing. Let's get into designing the website. So guys, when you tap onto the online store and then themes, it gives you heaps of themes that you can choose from, as you can see here. With my business, I went with the Horizon theme. It just gives that little plain look, clean look. But there's heaps of other themes here. And we're going to try and find a different one just to show you guys. Guys, I've been scrolling for a bit. We're going to go with this Spotlight one, as the brand I'm doing is just very plain. As you can see, we've got the little logo, and then we got heaps of products to choose from here. Well, heaps of like product placements. So we're going to try the theme and start designing. And what I realized just now, guys, is I can't do static clothing logo and product just because this is on the same account I use for graphic clothing. So just bear with me. We're just going to be doing the graphic clothing products and logos, but it'll still be pretty similar. Alright guys, this is the first look of what it's looking like. Not too bad, pretty plain, but I don't really like how it says graphic clothing now. I reckon we're going to try and change it to an actual logo, but I'll see how I go. Alright guys, I just asked the AI to change the graphic clothing to an actual image logo, and here it is, customizing my theme. Let's see what it's doing. So first off, I need to upload my image. How do I do that? Maybe here, and then files. Alright guys, we got the logo. We're gonna add that in and see how it works. I've actually never added an image to this bot before, so let's see. Alright, there we go. I sent it. It said I'm gonna set that as your logo now. I'm hoping this is gonna change that. It's loading. There we go. That is perfect. See how easy this AI is? Because I couldn't figure out how to do it. Now we can change the logo position. Let's try top center, which I reckon looks pretty clean. I'm going to keep it like that. Alright guys, another thing you want to do is get rid of the Powered by Shopify text right there, which I've been trying to. I asked the chat thing, it gave me a code to do it, but it's actually not working for some reason. So make sure you search up on TikTok or something like that to do it, because I did it on my other website and it worked. And it also looks way cleaner, but I'm not going to worry too much as this is not going to be my real website. Alright guys, this is basically the final touch. In the products bit, you can switch around the sold out ones, so we got the active ones at the front, but I'm not going to worry too much. You also can work out all the functions, so if I tap here, it basically gives you the same thing. Tap here, you can search up an item, go to your cart. It works all perfect. As you can see, you can change all this area, but I've checked through everything. It looks perfect. I'll even show you my graphic clothing one. So here on front, it looks so much better, trust me. It's got the image of the current drop. We got the live products and then the sold out ones. And then down here, as you can see, I don't have the Powered by Shopify, so I don't know why it wasn't working before. But then you can join the email list as well, and then go to catalog, contact, search, cart, and stuff like that, which looks insanely good. And so does this one, just very plain, which if you guys are doing a clothing brand, especially streetwear, I reckon just do a nice plain one. But guys, that's basically it on today, as I showed you what apps you can use. Well, basically the best app to use, Shopify. Not sponsored, but hopefully sponsor me soon, maybe. Anyways, also all the different things you can do with each option on the left hand side of your Shopify, and what theme and how to design that theme for your clothing brand, as you want to do a little plain kind of thing. But maybe in the future I'll show you more of a bigger design. But I didn't show you an actual step-by-step on how to do everything on Shopify to log in and stuff. I just did kind of the website handle of that. As like I said, once you log in, Shopify gives you a step-by-step on that. Let me know how you guys go in the comments with your Shopify login. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in part 6.